Yeah.
Sir, my question is again on emotions only. In life, we'll be getting stuck at some point because of our emotional instability. So, how to rise from our emotional instabilities?
Emotions play havoc with people. Emotions also give you right direction in life. You have seen in so many movies when a boy likes a girl and that girl likes another boy. So this fellow goes and murders that boy. Is it correct? What happened with that emotions? He has gone to a jail. That is not right emotion. His emotions are not balanced because he was not in the discipline of meditation, or he was not into the discipline of enlightenment, or he was not into the discipline of right human behavior. So right human behavior is called a propriety, proper thing. What is proper, what is improper. So that is very important, along with your emotions. You should know what is right, what is wrong, generally. Okay. If you are right in loving one girl, that girl is also right in loving another boy. Isn't it? It doesn't follow that if you love that girl, then that girl should automatically love you. No. We don't know. You should respect others' emotions also. In your emotions, you must not be blind to others' emotions. As you respect your emotions, you must also respect others' emotions. Very important for youth. Respecting others' emotions is called propriety, righteousness, dharma. Ravana wanted Sita, but does Sita want Ravana? She is happy with Rama, isn't it? But Ravana said, I want Sita. Like that.
Happy morning, friends and masters, and afternoon and evening. Allowing others to be, allowing that freedom to others, allowing others to express what they want to be. As much as we know, as much as we think something is right, we have to allow others. Right or wrong, we get to learn as we are learning this wisdom, and then meditation. Meditation is helping to apply that wisdom. In Gita, Duryodhana tells Krishna, Jnanami dharmaha nachame pravruti, jnanami adharmaha nachame nivruti. Duryodhana is a great master. All characters are great in the epic. I know what is dharma, jnanami dharmaha nachame pravruti, but I'm not able to practice it. Janami adharmaha nachame nivrittihi. I know what is adharma, what is not righteousness. But I'm not able to stop doing it. I know what is righteousness, but I'm not able to do it. I know what is not righteousness. I'm not able to stop doing it. Nachame nivrittihi. We express, we do according to our emotion. We must express. The fundamental thing is we must express, but then we move towards the righteousness, right emotion, right act. With learning and with meditation. Now, this is essential. If we stop forcefully, then we're carrying that emotion, so it comes down to health. So what is the way? How do I change? Accepting who we are, accepting others as they are, but then keep learning. That learning to doing to being is going to happen. Keep learning. Then from there, we're going to do. Because the moment you have some thought about new things, now it's going to start getting created, because that's how you move forward. And so the moment I learn about a little more about righteousness, like, allow freedom to happen. Righteousness. Helping others. Not poking at others when they're in trouble. Not trying to give unwanted advice when they are require some comfort. Things will happen. The only thing we have to do is to continue to learn to meditate. Read the right wisdom. Right wisdom. The book called The Untold Story of Sita must be read to experience, to understand what are right things, what is true compassion means. Seek ye the kingdom of God and his righteousness first, and all else will be added unto you. Kingdom of God is within. So we are seeking that. It's within. First thing, we're becoming one with the field, one with that intelligence, and his righteousness first, meaning the dharma, the dharmic acts, things that are right. Now, how do you decide what is right? This is where we're looking at the nature laws. When people say truth is one, the nature laws. No freedom. Your thoughts create reality. Unconditional, anything is there that's giving is unconditional. You are the one, everything is with you. So what are you expecting from somebody? Everything is with you. We are complete always by ourselves. There is enough for everybody. Now, this is understanding. So the righteousness follows according to this understanding. Ahimsa, paramo dharmaha. Let everybody be. That's where all of this come. Let everybody be what they are. Give them the freedom. Let an animal be. Let other person be. And so ahimsa paramo dharma comes from it. Because when you are allowing others to be that, then how can we cause himsa to something? How can we cause violence to something, killing something? Interference with authority comes into that. interference to somebody's freedom with authority. Authority because I'm a parent, so I'm going to tell, don't do that. And so the child has to obey it. You're not physically hurting, but that's a mental challenge for the child because you use your authority. Don't do it. There's no way you can do it. It's time, just go, get into the bed. They're called interference. We inspire instead. We inspire with more awareness, more knowledge. So we need to constantly learn. Constantly learn. So we keep discriminating what is right and what is not right. And then when we keep meditating, when we gain the knowledge, then our consciousness is expanding. So we behave differently. Automatically, we behave differently. So people with a lot of questions are not able to stop my expression of emotion of this and that nature. They will all go away. Important to continue to meditate, important to read all the books, and important to not be harsh on oneself. You see, our thoughts perpetuate, our feelings perpetuate. So if we keep feeling bad about something that's happening, then we continue to create that. And so understand to say, yes, I'm in the path of becoming greater and greater version of myself. I understand there are shortcomings of, I want to be that, but I'm still not able to, but it's going to happen. I want to be that, but I'm still not there yet in case I expressed harshness unto someone, in case I was mean to somebody. I recognize it, and then I'm going to work on it. Now, our meditation is going to help us bridge the gap. It's going to help us bridge the gap. It'll happen. It'll happen slowly. So Dr. Newton gave some procedures yesterday to bubbling those emotions, to burst that bubble. So that meditation is there in the recorded tracks. You can use that to burst the bubble. As an active process to bring up all of them and then burst the bubble. A process. Another one could be affirmations. Changing a fear emotion to love emotion. You recognize what emotion you're carrying. Guilt emotion to an appreciation emotion. We recognize, and then so we make an affirmation about those. The opposite, opposing emotion, we take that affirmation, affirm to ourselves, I am appreciative of myself. I'm complete by myself. So that's another way that one can ease themselves out of these emotions. But of course, the meditation, the grand way, is to keep learning knowledge and keep meditating. And so we're going to get there from point A to B. First, we have to learn it enough times, keep listening. And then at some point, that knowledge will come to our use in a situation. So going to the doing state, and so at some point we become of it. We can only give love at some point. Let's go into our meditation. But the essential point is to recognize that we express our emotion. Meditation will help to bring that awareness about the emotion And meditation helped in the momently before you express something, it's also giving you, alerting you if that is the right thing to do or not right thing to do. It gives you that awareness, alertness. So you can choose a different emotional response in that moment. You can delay expressing in that moment. All of these are options. You can delay expression of it. You can choose a different expression. It's going to happen. Just by practicing it continuously. So we're practicing breath mindfulness meditation, dear friends. Our goal is to rest our mind, thousands of thoughts. We'll bring this up. And so we observe a normal natural breath called breath mindfulness meditation, Ana-Pana-Sati, with your eyes closed. If you're wearing spectacles, remove them, fingers into fingers. Observe with fingers into fingers, as you see in the picture. Keep your hands in your lap and cross your feet at ankle. Take back support. If required, spine need not be erect. And then observe that natural breath. No forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation. Observing the breath, we're not tampering, we're not manipulating our breath. Just be a witness to it. And then as you're observing without any interpretation, then slowly you may experience empty states of the mind where you find nothing around you. There's no body, there's no thing, there's no one, there's no time, there's no place. That is a state of emptiness. You be in that and observe it. In case you're experiencing some sensation or kind of an involuntary experience in your body or mind, be a witness to it. Just simply observe it. But if you have thought, bring your attention back to the breath again and observe it. So before we do that, we're practicing something called heart elevation process. Just follow my guidance, dear friends. Relax yourself, sit comfortably. In heart elevation, we are bringing up an emotion from our past, our present, of love, joy, gratitude, compassion, any of those higher emotions which seem to make us coherent. With that field, with everything out there. Relax yourself. Scan your body from head to toe, relax. Attention on your head and your face and your neck. And then as you attend to each part of your body, just relax into it. yourself. Merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness, that blackness, that void inside of you, all around you. All emptiness is energy. That quantum field of unlimited possibilities. The field of all connectedness. The more you are with it, aware of this emptiness, the more you tune in to these possibilities, matching your intentions. Relax your body. Let your autonomous nervous system repair your body as you relax.
I start my day with love. Wanna start my day with love. That's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. Wanna start my day with love. That's what I get more of, is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love.
Recollect your experiences from the session. And whenever you're ready, keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. We are understanding emotional intelligence. How we start connecting with others in a better way. The first step in that is to become happy inside, become confident by ourselves. Because a lot of suppression is there all the time. Suppression is there because we are pointed, we don't have good emotional state. And so we pull back. Our suppression is there because we are constantly holding ourselves back due to the conditioning that we had. Not question elders' conditioning. But emotional intelligence is telling us to express. So we're learning this cycle, awareness to expression, two very core important things. Let me put up a few charts so we understand this. So earlier this week, we learned about meditation helping us to be more aware, leading to be more confident, leading to come back to action again. We start taking new, better responses. So we become more confident. We start becoming a better person, or at least we start connecting better with others. And we start expressing ourselves positively, putting pressure, asking what we want and need. We're not holding ourselves back. When we start asking, we start getting what we're looking for. You want to do this travel in your mind, then you are conditioned too deeply about spending money. So many times as parents, we don't even realize, many, we are ready to swipe the card and spend any amount, but when the child is spending, even how tiny it is, we always have something to say. And so the condition, so the child wants to travel, but so deeply conditioned that, oh, the travel means a lot of money, so I think it should stay quiet. Conditioning. So rather than expressing, they have a feeling to go and then travel, participate, or they pull themselves back. So more small experiences are not happening because the conditioning is there. But now meditation is giving you the strength. It comes, tells you, express your feeling, express your feeling. What is happening to you? Before meditation, we're asking too many things. With meditation, we are aligning to our core feelings, and so you ask few things. And so you're gaining energy. You see, when you're scattered and then you're asking many things, the energy is distributed. You don't know what is important, not important, you keep asking. With meditation, you gain, all those unimportant stuff drops, so you have that energy channelized towards, into the present moment, into things that are really meaningful to you. Your heart knows, it tells you the feeling, gives you that extra push, go and ask, it's okay. Want to change in the job? We don't keep it to ourselves anymore. Before we were worried, but now we ask. In quantum field, timing is not ours, when things are going to happen. But sure enough, you express it to your manager once, a second time, and a third time, she's going to think about you next time. When there's an opportunity, it's going to happen. But you've got to express. So when we are expressing, so we said expression means moving from managing people and situations to becoming more truthful to ourselves. And then, of course, we will be more balanced in expression. Meditation is giving you that ability, but then more truthful to yourself. Be honest your emotions and then bring it up. The reason I have the courage to tell that, I understand it, because there's no meditation. I understand the weakness is there, but then this is how I am. But we move towards better and better. We get better and better with meditation. but we express whatever that we feel. Whatever that we feel express becomes straight. We avoid being duality. Say something, do something else. Sing something and say something else. Meditation practice will move us to become Trikarana Suddhi. It's also called Manasa, Vacha, Karmana. We align to those three things. What you think is what we say, is what we end up doing. All of these three, the time gap is that they're all becoming one. So what we feel, think and feel, we must, Manasa, whatever that you feel, express it. Friends, when we start expressing, it's so important. It is okay if your parents may think that it is too expensive. It is okay, but if you feel express, it is okay if bosses may think, why are you, when this project is so critical for the company, why are you coming and asking you want something else? Everybody has their view of what it is, but if you are feeling, and then we must go and express strongly if you're feeling strongly. Courage is required, strength is required to do it. You've been suppressed in your group. You've been not allowed to express your ideas, creative ideas, are not allowed to speak in your family setting. Express it. The strength is required, the courage is required. Where will it come from? It will come from multiple things. It will come from the completeness of wholeness that we feel. That is like the sense of completeness of ourself that happens. But it also comes from balance, the way you express it now. Before, we were maybe very arrogant in expressing. Maybe we lost the temperament cool, because every time they press a button, then we lose the cool. And so we just say a lot of things. You go into personal accusations. Rather than trying to be on the point, we go into the personal accusations. But now it's not anymore that. You're not looking at accusations of accusing somebody. Instead, you are more objective of what you are expressing. Not objective. Don't talk about it because I know last time we just said some very, very rubbish things. You're not getting triggered up because of a statement. Okay, I still want to say that there is a better way of doing things. And so you come back, you stay cool. They're triggering you, but then you are getting better. And so then we can express, when we start expressing, dear friends, we start gaining what we truly deserve. I mean, we'll start gaining what we want. We got to express. The field will manifest. It's going to happen sometime. And so slowly, if not today, if not tomorrow, 5 weeks later, in a group discussion, you are allowed to speak. You're given a chance. Somebody is noticing. So we start getting things that we want. When we express, we start aligning towards things that we like to do. And so when we start aligning things we like to do, we start becoming happy. Because it gives us deep happiness. We start loving. Anytime we do things that we like, of course, we're happy. So that's what is happening with self-expression. We move into that good expression. And so then the more you're doing and more you're happy, you're radiating that happiness. So you start inspiring others. It is natural. If you're happy at work, if you're happy at home, then of course others around you are going to rub that energy onto them. So because you got things that you're liking, what you like is what you're doing. So obviously you're going and enjoying it, everything. So it comes to being more mindful of it. Because I love my music, so I'll be so mindful about it. I'm going to take any amount of notes because I like it. I want to excel in it. And so I take a lot of notes. I'm more detailed. I look at every small aspect of it. And I'm doing what I like. So I'm taking my own inspiration to learn about everything. I don't leave it to others. Self-accountability comes automatically because you are doing what you're liking. So nobody needs to tell. You go about doing stuff. And a good manager or a meditative manager, one of the core strengths we gain for leadership in meditation is to recognize what is the core talent and interest of individuals. They're always asking, they're always recognizing what's the core talent of this individual. And so you align that individual to the right work so that they become happy, so that they have the ability to express all their core talents very well. So when we are asking, we're aligning to what we really like to do. When we express, we start getting things we want. And so then we are happy, and so we become more detailed, we become more self-accountable. So here is the thing, here is the switch that's going to happen. When you're more detailed, when you're more self-accountable, number one, you're already becoming a manager's delight. People are liking you. Your leaders are liking you because you're self-accountable. Nobody needs to come and follow it up with you. We're not showing interest in what we do because we are in the first place. We are a square peg in the round hole. We don't even fit in there. And so then we struggle to do the job that we are doing because we're more survival oriented. So move away from it with meditation. So we become and say, I've got this time, I better enjoy it. I got to make my experience going to work enjoyable. It's got to happen. And a big part of our life is spent in work. Big part of the life is spent in work. So it better be enjoyable. Make it. Now, if it's not, find things that really makes you happy. You know, you always wanted to go and then do that service work. So go and do it. Express to your family, you know, let me go and at least a couple of hours every day in the evenings, I don't know, 2 times a week, I don't know, that weekend, one day, I got to go and do this. And when you start doing, and so you express it so the family would allow, the community would allow, or the friends would allow. When you express it, you go and align to it. And so you're happy. When you're happy in what you're doing, you're inspiring others, but more importantly, you are going to then not complain about everything else that you do. You're not going to complain about everything else you do. If I get 1 hour of great music, which is my passion, and I sing and then I should learn new things, 1 hour of that, and then another 8 hours of household chores will not be a problem. Because I have something to look for every day. I do my 1 hour of photography hobby every day, and then say, go back next day morning fresh to my office. It's fine. I'll just do that because I'm going to complete my work. The work is there at that point, more for you to earn to live. That work is what, but it's there for you to go back and then do your passions. And so you do your work. You start loving what you do. You no longer complain about it. You no longer complain about it. Instead, you do that quietly because you know that every day you are also doing things that you really like to do. That means moving into your passions. So when you are detail-oriented, when you are self-accountable, when you are liking what you do from doing what you love, you're going to move to this. Doing what you love to loving what you do. We're going to move to this understanding. We will by default start switch. The switch will happen. The same cooking will no longer become a problem. Because we also develop this interest that we've expressed it, we are in the hope that things are going to happen, but then we know we got to be happy in the moment. So we start looking at what is there with me is my creation from the past. So let me experience it now. then while I'm working on changing my present to something better for future. So you will start loving what you do. As I become natural inspiration to everybody. How are you able to do it? Oh, it's okay, why not? Why not? We inspire others. People are coming to us. They want ideas of what is working for you. Tell them, sit down and meditate. Tell them, I read books all the time. And so people come to you. We inspire others. Inspiration is a way to develop a greater relationship. We're talking in the context of relationships. Or we're talking in the context of multiplying our experience of life. The more you are with people, the more you multiply your experiences. You can build that cool new product by yourself, but if it is large enough that you got to have a lot of people, you got to attract right team and talent. It's a no-brainer to understand it that we're multiplying experience of life. Dear friends, so the more we are happy with ourselves, the more we are enjoying our work, the more we enjoy our work, the less complaining we become. The more tolerance we develop towards failures of others. The more you're happy, the more you're sharing, and the less complaining you are becoming, because you already have claimed what is rightfully yours through your expression. So things are coming, you're already creating things. When you ask, that means when you intend and ask, you're bringing what you're looking for. And so you're going to be happy, and so you're less complaining about others. You're meaning your business, not bothered what others are, because you know that is happening only when you're not happy. You start looking at who is causing me that unhappiness. That's not happening anymore. Meditators, we develop a lot of empathy. We start understanding situations. If somebody is not able to perform, somebody is not able to do, somebody has got a low on emotion, we understand it now because we've been through it before. And then something we made a correction into ourselves, that becoming more expressive. We don't hold things, so that made us free. And so we start looking at others and then start becoming empathetic to them. Of yes, I've been there, so I understand. If somebody is coming to work late, reporting late, we're not too harsh on them. Instead, we look to understand what is causing, why is it that they're coming late? How can I help? Empathy is understanding everybody's situation, understanding that they are going through something. Empathetic is to understand somebody is going through something, understanding their perspective, their situation, and then allow them to be and see if we can help. Sympathy is giving, feeling bad or low, or making others feel. By doing so, then we make others also feeling bad or low. We're not sympathetic to people. We become empathetic. That means we understand. So when you're empathetic, okay, he is a little challenged in his concentration. I understand it. And so what do? You take action. He is a little challenged with concentration, so I understand it. And so let me help. Little challenge with numbers, I understand it, so let me help. Sympathetic is to go and then pour out and say, oh, feeling bad. So when you feel bad about somebody, then you are sending that energy to them, they receive it. Oh, my son is too poor at mathematics. I don't know what to do. So too difficult for him, I guess, go forward in his life. He can't even do basic numbers. So when we say that, we are sending that energy to them. We're not going to be that here. With meditation, we're helping us to, everybody has some challenge. And so when you are empathetic, You are taking an inspired action for them. The meditator fundamentally is moving from what is in it for me to what is in it for others by default. Because when you are happy with yourself, you don't need somebody to come and say something, do something. And so then naturally you're trying to help others. That's what is called what's it for others. In any situation, you are anyway finding happiness. So how can I help others? How can I enable others? At work, you start becoming a person who wants to, by default, give that encouragement, by default, give that help. Your work may be there. You look and say, okay, so you're empathetic to them. Okay, they have a challenge. So let me first go and then help them. I can come back and do mine a little later in the day. As a manager, when you're becoming empathetic, as a colleague, as a senior colleague, you're becoming empathetic, you allow others to fail. You know, things can happen, things can fail. You know it. Empathy is when things fail, don't try to be harsh on them. Understand that, okay, so there's a little less experience. It's possible that they may not do it right. Empathy is allowing failures to happen, not being perfect. You're allowing failures to happen. So when you allow failures to happen, you're encouraging innovation, creativity in the organization. You're allowing creativity with your children, not just simply telling them. You're empathetic. Understand their situation. I know my child wants to do this, and so I'll allow them to do it. Your empathy means empathy to the feelings, their likes and dislikes. You agree, you look at it. Yeah, how much I will tell, but he still wants to do that that adventure sports activity. What to do? I want to give him that space. And I know that he's going to probably break something and come back, but then I'm empathetic to it, so I support him as opposed to try to be sympathetic and then pull him down. I'll support him. So then they thrive because they are living to their passion, they thrive. You allow imperfections to happen at the workplace when you are empathetic, and so people thrive. They become creative. And so you're allowing them to do things that are happy. You're not blaming them. And so you become a lot more friendly to others. People come to you. People come to you. So a meditator becomes empathetic, and so people come. And then, so dear friends, the more and more people come to you, the more and more responsibility you take. You start engaging with them. You, from a follower, you start leading. You take more initiatives. You know, one of the things that work great for me at workplace is to just give that one-on-one time to people. No agenda, sit down. Just ask about how they're doing. Rather than just being number focused and target focused, and just take that 15 minutes time, walk with them to a coffee shop nearby. It doesn't matter, expense or anyone. Just spend the time. How is it going? Understanding how their personal situations are. Just having no agenda to just chat about movies. But it always helped. Because you care, you show that you care. Everybody's got problems. Nobody has, everyone has problems. Big problem and small problem. That's all it is. Just having those informal, having that one-on-one. In fact, if you put a one-on-one in your calendar time, that means you're sending a signal that you care. A lot of times people say, anyway, I'm discussing with my colleague almost every day. These days, agile methodology. Every day we have a meeting, we interact. So what more one-on-one do you need? You interact every day and work. Take time, 15 minutes, half an hour, weekly once. That time means your calendar means you care for the other person because you're giving the time for them. You can always cancel it if there's nothing relevant to talk. But having it, that space, and then caring for that person will do great things, because that gives an opportunity to know what they're going through. We expand our horizon. So empathy is allowing failures to happen, allowing people to be, and supporting them. And so, dear friends, we become magnets. Meditators are by default, because you're happy and then helping others, so you become magnet. People come to you. And so then you take action. You are moving towards a leadership, you're taking initiatives. You organize tour. Let's go in the weekend, let's go to trekking, you organize it. So become more bonding. So we become a natural leader, we engage, we take initiatives in organizations. We take initiatives in organizations. Let's start a mindfulness club. Let's create this lunch on talks. Some initiative you take to, because you always looking at when a lot of people come to you together, you move the energy appropriately, channelize the energy to something more greater, towards more happiness. It's all about multiplying experience. You inspire them towards creating that thing. For example, there's a lot of times the resistance to change the old to new. Everybody wants at workplace, wants something work on new. Nobody wants to go and then touch the old. Whether it is product code, whether it is old design, old systems, nobody wants to touch it. They want something new. But as you are gaining the support of many people, now, you become friends as opposed to, looking at what is there for me instead of what's for others. So people come to you together, you move that energy towards fixing that system. Take 10% of your time to fix the system. It's going to happen. So our engagement increases. You become a natural leader. One of the core things for leadership is to listen and listen and listen. You've already seen it. Meditation is making us quiet. And it makes us quiet. And so then we have great ability to receive. So we become better listeners. Fully, attentively we're listening. And so that is a great skill required. If we want to become a leader, it's a great skill. And it is helping us to do it. Our mind chatter is gone. Our judgments are gone about others. When your judgments are gone, then you're anyway listening. If somebody is coming and talk to you, okay, why did he come again? Oh, he's going to talk about his project and his interests, and every time he's bringing. That's why we start off. So we stop listening right there, right in the beginning. But not anymore. Our mind is empty. So we are curious to say what he or she has got to do to come to say today. Maybe a new point. Let's see if that's going to be useful to the company. Yesterday I shut it off, but maybe today I'll look at it again. So dear friends, meditation improves emotional intelligence. Awareness is there, so we become more confident about ourselves. So we're expressing more better, a newer response. But all of this requires, dear friends, learning. We got to read as many books. Greater wisdom. Greater wisdom. The starting point is the 23 or 24 books we gave you. That is the starting point. And then there is another small booklet we gave called Meditation is Easy. In that booklet, if you go to the end, there are 4 pages of, I don't know, some 6 or 10 pages of, not 4, maybe about 6 pages of list of books are there. Many more books by these authors and more authors. That's another place to go and look for. But we read and read and read. So then you have different response to choose, different ways to carry. So self-expression, we express, so we gain things that we're looking for, so we start becoming happy. When you start becoming happy because you got things that you like to do, slowly we start loving everything else. You start enjoying everything else you do. That accounts work is not boring. That reporting work is not boring because you're already aligned towards things. Your music band, you're already working. You're looking forward to your weekend music band. And so your week goes out pretty quickly. So when you like what you do, or when you basically are enjoying, you're a person who is enjoying, so you're becoming inspiration to others. Managers delight. They don't have to be running behind you. And with the greater empathy that you're developing, as you're happy, no complaints, and so you're only there to help others, naturally extending your happiness to others. And so you have this greater empathy, greater listening skill. We switch somewhere from me to others, and we start leading. So you start experiencing a lot more in our life. You no longer have to go for your walking every day alone. You have a group. Your vacations are going to be a lot more joyful because a bigger circle is there. It's happening, dear friends. When you move to spiritual circles, so you are by default going in larger groups. Many things they do in larger groups. To Himalaya tour later this month and later in October, later this year in October. Full moon day comes, you're going to go with your group of friends, go somewhere. It's going to happen. Every full moon night, we must utilize it. If either at home or go in a group to Pyramid Valley, go in a group to nearby river, meditate. We know some of our friends in Dubai are going to the desert and meditating. We do things in groups. So thank you very much, dear friends. There is so much understanding to have in this improving our relation with others, to multiply our experiences. That's the key. It's not to survival. I mean, I've talked about some limiting beliefs that I must have people in my life because they're going to be useful to me in future. That's a wrong concept. The concept is that I multiply my experience, and so I'm seeking a relationship or seeking company of others. It's good to have people because they're going to help us in future, survival. Don't try to stay connected. Those are limiting beliefs, the limiter. You try to struggle to make friendships. Yes, Rathavel there.
Yes, sir.
Any announcements, Rathavel?
Yes. Thank you so much for the wonderful meditation and great wisdom, sir, on the emotional intelligence. Dear friends and masters, as you all know that, there are 3 self-assessments that we will be sharing as part of this program. So today we have shared the self-assessment 2, and please use your registered email when you are answering the assessment. Self-assessment is a greater way to reflect your changes, how this meditation, how this program is helping you, how was you yourself before meditation, and during the meditation, how are the changes going on yourself. So this self-assessment will help you to record those and then show the great reflection on yourself about this program as well. So please do answer this self-assessment in 2 days, so that in the following, the 3rd self-assessment will come on the week of 6. So that is it on the announcement for this today.
Thank you, dear friends. So we'll do some sharing, and otherwise we'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow there is a change, so I said Shayana Daga will come. Shayana Daga ji, so he's not able to make it. He's going to come back and join the program sometime next week. But we'll have some sharing, as always been on a Saturday, with leadership. Hopefully, we have limited time, but we will see how to line up some guests to come in and share. Have a wonderful day.
I sing like the birds, I grow like the trees, I choose to live in love, I am joy, I am ease, I sing like the birds, I grow like the trees, I choose to live in love, I am joy, I am ease. I choose no more fear. I choose no more shame. I choose to live in love.
So we have Garima here, ma'am.
Yes, sir. So good morning, sir. Sir, I have a question to ask. Sir, like we are told to write down our thoughts daily, when down before we sleep. So, sir, there are sometimes negative thoughts, negative experiences also of the whole day. So, should we write those also? Because otherwise, how will we come to know that we are improving? Because it is sometimes it is said you should not be negative, you should not speak negative, not write negative. But if we have experienced something sad or bad, uh, or which has been depressing to us during the whole day, and it will keep on revolving our in our mind, then how should we write that down or that day in our diary, or we should not write that thing?
Write things in a way that where you want to improvise.
Yes.
So write a corrective action in a way of affirmation for that. So if you are writing, if you're journaling, few things that you're grateful for, few things that you're happy that you want to do more of that, you can write. And a few things we're reflecting upon and say where you can be different, right? So rather than having that, whatever the negative action or thought or deep thing that keep coming up, then write an affirmation which changes that.
So, sir,
Rather than writing what is the negative thing and giving energy to it, write an affirmation which changes it. That's what I would do.
yeah, so like if we land up into some conversation with somebody, or it was a bad experience with somebody, or we were angry at somebody during that day, or somebody else was angry at us unnecessarily, so should we write that and then write after that write down how to improve it?
You don't, it's all the same, but what may help to you is rather than say that somebody was angry with you and then you also lost your anger, lost your temperament there. You say when, because that event you're recollecting, second is I'm more cool, I'm more patient with Ram. I'm more patient with Ram. So things
I
that
would say that Ram is my father's name, and most of the times I get into fight with him only. Ram.
okay. Right.
Because he tries to keep on teaching me, and then sometimes the example you have given, Ram. So he is my father.
So write that. I'm more patient with Ram.
Okay.
I allow my father to express. Okay. Now the thing is, and your response may be, if you think patience is what you ought to be, anyway, you should be patient. And then afterwards, you can say, I am successful in getting my father to meditate with me. If that is an action that you want to take to move him towards having that change of his expression, right? So then, meditation is a great way. So whatever is the corrective action that you would like to do by wanting them to be differently, I mean, ultimately the only corrective action for anybody is to get them to meditation or give them some greater book. So they improve their knowledge, meditate so that they have a different way of responding to you. Right?
So, but we can't tell them to read the book. It is for us to read the book if we want. How can we tell anybody else to read the book?
No, we do. You have a right to question somebody. You see, we continue to share what we are learning as the great thing, isn't it? Whatever is empowering and enabling you, you continue to share that with others. So that's our duty. So you have to, by default, talk about great books that you're reading and how it is changing, and then talking about it, and then you have to talk about meditation and how it is helping and changing you. And so then you're asking them to, hey, please read this book, or no, please do meditation. Is your natural dharma. You got to do this.
Okay. And so sometimes it happens that I'm talking to my mother, and before I complete my sentence, so she starts speaking. So I tell her, please let me complete what I am saying first. So then there is a sort of like for few seconds you don't like what I have said and I don't like what she has said, because she did not let me complete my sentence, what I was asking, and the other person starts answering. So how to overcome that?
So we become very patient with it, which is very common. This is very common. So you become more patient. So you try to express, somebody is going to cut you. Express, somebody is going to cut you. Become more patient. Second, third time. Then you know that their mind is so full. So that's not the right time to express anyway. So pull back.
Okay.
It's not the right time to express, you pull back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There are many ways of how you're responding. There's one way of response, right? There's no one fixed way, and there's a right way. So maybe there's the right thing to do is to pull back at that time.
Okay.
And when they're more in a happy mode, you go and slip in something that you want, right? It's always there, you know it. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sis.
Thanks, Garima ma'am. Thank you. Dear friends and masters, sharing is always helpful. We don't know the question that or the experience that you share will be the answer to someone else as well. So please do share your experience, and please do, any questions or any clarifications, please do ask. This is the right forum. Please raise your hand.
A lot of times, self-expression, even that question, there is another response you can take. You feel that you ought to be a little firm. Before you are scared. Are you worried? Some argument is going to break out again, and so then I will lose. You're worried because the argument is going to come up. But now, you know that you are aware of your emotion. So even though this is the case, you're going to be a little firm. Hey, tell you what, I'm trying to express to you. So relax. Can you wait? Let me finish and then you can speak. You're going to say this. But you're not going to say with angrily, you're going to say in an understanding way, that positive pressure. Can you wait? I'm just finished my point. There's no intimidation here. Before, it'll be aggressive intimidation. I'm telling you, why don't you wait? When I say, hey, can you wait? I'm trying to finish a point. There's a difference. The tone is changing. And you're going to use the right control drama depending on what the other person is. And so you're expressing, though, however, it's your self-expression becomes more beautiful. The other person cools off. So, but suppose they don't cool off, and they're going to say, how dare you say that? I'm telling you. But then you are aware of your emotion, your self-awareness is there. Earlier, maybe the argument would break, but now you are a little more cooler. They are going to still come back harshly, but then you're going to be cool. But you have to express somewhere rather than every time keeping quiet and say, oh, my dad just started now, let me just walk away. Every time walking away is not an option. That means lack self-expression. We must. But it required courage. It required awareness that we don't get trapped into the old situation. Because they're going to press the buttons. The moment you question that, they're going to trigger back and say, either, how dare you say, last time also you did the same, you're not respecting elders, you're not listening to me. They're going to trigger buttons. Awareness to stay different, respond differently. I understand you. They say that, I understand you, but tell you what, this is too important. I'd like to express what I'm trying to tell you. Can you be quiet, please? There are many ways to do it. That strength to express differently is required. Not with arrogance, not with anger, but with a genuine interest to improve the situation because it's better for them, better for us. With that intention, you go in, not with the intention that, oh, they're definitely going to shout at me, but I still have to do. Because if you have that dialogue inside, then they're going to shout back at you. Yes, let's listen to here. Achin.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. First of all, thank you, sir, for always sharing your wisdom. And it's always a pleasure to be with you and understanding the world from the perspective that I have never thought about. I mean, till now, we know the word empathy, but there are so many components to it and how to apply it. I mean, I'm actually totally shocked to understand that there were so many things I was missing throughout my life. I mean, my life has actually changed with attending these programs. I actually started with attending these programs in 2020, but I think I was not very serious about it, and maybe I was just in my own world that time, fighting for being the first everywhere. But due to recent events, I think it just gave me some time to be with myself and understand what has happened and possibly create a better future for me and my family. And your support has been like tremendous during that journey, especially around sharing the knowledge, wisdom that you always had, and helping understand that sometimes we need to get out of the race to be back in the race. And I think you have been truly a God for at least me in helping me understand where we are going and why, and understanding what has happened and why it happened and how should we actually recreate our future. So, sir, I mean, if with respect to today's session, I just want to understand what is the fine line. We understood that the difference between not giving freedom and giving freedom today. I want to understand what is the threshold for giving freedom versus giving too much freedom.
There is nothing called giving too much freedom, because we are by default free will entities. There is only, in the right spirit you want to implement, there is only questioning somebody if anything is going to help them grow spiritually. So if somebody has a contract with you, if you're talking about a work situation, they have a contract, they agreed to do and say, hey, in return of this, I'm going to do these 5 things for you. And so then they better honor their words. And so you have that agreement is there. So you're going to ask them about it, right? That's not a freedom of talking, right? Where freedom is between 2 friends, right? Between, there's no contracts between a wife and husband, between child and father, right? These are all those. And as long as our job is to protect them physically, they don't get hurt, they don't the environment toxicity, our job is to see that the toxicity of the environment where we put them is better, but we give them a better environment. Those are things we work for, right? And other than that, we allow them to make their decisions, and where they're faltering, which is going to help them grow spiritually, is when we look at asking them. And then there you apply different types of pressures, right? So you tell them fully, you tell them with a reward, right? Now, your last thing is yelling and shouting and some of those, or that is, there are different way of expressing to somebody to recognize it's important for them to take a different action. Okay. So then after your expression, you're done. You have to let the other person decide to do what they want to do. And when they're doing it, they go through their experience, what to do. If you stop them, they're going to find ways of doing it anyway. If you stop them, they're going to find ways of doing it anyway. And so we constantly educate, constantly explain, and then so inspiration is the key rather than authority. Inspiration is the key. So bring about a book and read a story from the book, explain to them, make them understand. Sometimes they don't listen to us because if you tell it too taken for granted at home. So help their message go through a book or a third person, an experience of third person, then that goes better. Okay. So there is nothing called over freedom in my view. There is, all we have is we're allowing others to be what they want to be. Physical dangers, when people are younger, they don't understand physical dangers, so you got to take care of it. They can get hurt, they can, those three things, they can get influenced through things that they are watching, so the toxicity have to reduce. So like there's a TV channel, too much toxicity is there. They don't understand because they're too early in the game, below 12 years, below 10 years. So then your responsibility to see you give the right things there. What kind of channels you subscribe? It's a responsibility that we don't do them. We don't see them. That's inspiration. You inspire them by your action. So we see, but then ask them not to see the problem. Okay. And beyond that, you leave it to them. That's all. Okay. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. I'd like Vinitha madam has something to say.
Yes, Vanitha, ma'am. Please unmute yourself, Vanitha.
Yeah. So I am in a fix, Chandra sir, that, I'll tell you a situation and then I'll come to the problem. So what happened in our office, there was some project to be delivered and some kind of inspection was there. And the team member who was so responsible for that, his work, he couldn't perform on that particular day, or might be we were also observing, but we were thinking, okay, that particular day should go well, but it didn't happen. And then obviously as a senior, at times because you are also angry because of him, the project has been lost or was not delivered properly. So at times, you lose your temper, though you know that you are a meditator and you are trying to be composed and you're not losing out too much, but still you want to make him realize that what you have done, you need to put in your best in that particular, whatever work you are doing in the office. So, but when you see, the people start crying, or then you are in a guilt that, how much empathetic you can be for anybody. At times I've seen when you become too much empathetic, you can't take the work from the people. So I am from yesterday or day before yesterday, I'm so confused because one side I'm saying I'm a meditator, I'm teaching meditation, but on another side, you want people to work also. And though you are, you understand their limitations, but after that also you want the basics to be done. And when they are not fulfilled, you now it has become the opposite. You can't scold also, and you can't.
No,
Am I?
no, no. Empathy doesn't mean that if somebody has been assigned a role and they would agree to it, now they deliver, right? What you look at is, are they delivering? Here is the thing that are they doing their best is all you have to, as a manager, assess. Are they doing their best? If they're not doing their best, meaning they're giving that sincerely, seriously, they're attempting, they're more casual, more careless, they are now doing less time than what they agreed to do. They don't do their homework, right? And so they just come over. So if you notice they're not sincere enough, forget about the result part. But if the moment you notice that they're sincere, they're doing their best, then as a manager, we look at and say, and then still not able to deliver, then you know it's time to give them something less work or a different role or whatever. We got to realign them, right? We have to assess, are they doing their best? Everything, whether it's sales target, it doesn't matter, this doesn't work. If they are doing their best, and then we're still falling short of what we need to achieve, which means then we have to augment the staff, or we have to change the role because they're just not there. There is not adequately aptitude is there for them to do it. What may be basic for you is very difficult for them. So in that case, we got to just change the role, move the things, and then sit down and we're empathetic means we understand them as they are. And so, but then we also have our interest to do. Our interests are always equally important. So we sit down and say, you know what, if there is no other role, and tell you what, this company requires these 5 things to do. I'll give you 2 more months to try to learn some of this. But if not, let's work together as friends. I'll help you to find a new job somewhere else. Do it. No problem. There's no, if their current talent is not able to, is not matching with your requirement, it's okay. Empathy is understanding as it's better for them to move to a new role where they can perform so that they feel better for themselves, rather than every day feel low about, hey, I'm not able to do, I'm doing my best. So we got to recognize it. I said this, a manager will recognize what is the right talent of an individual and then move them to the right roles. And there's no role, so be it, then they've got to have the conversation with them, because in the interest of them and in the interest of you, of course.
Because what I'm seeing is that at times people, when you tell them that, these are the shortcomings and you need to work on them, they start giving excuses, even though, I'm also taking few classes in the office and I'm trying to make them understand that you have to take the ownership, or might be through examples or meditation. But at times you feel that as if you fail in few things, or might be it will take some more time.
Then you're going to be, your self-expression comes into play in the right way. You're going to be firm. We're not accusing, but you're going to be firm about what is it. Just like what we do, we got to be firm here because there is an understanding and agreement. And assess in the process. And if you feel excuses are coming, that means they're not serious enough. And then give the feedback, right? Genuine feedback in their greater interest.
So that means if I'm feeling self-guilty that, because of me, that person cried or something, and I should be more careful with my words or my anger, then it is fine.
No, guilt is, we have to work on our guilt. Why should we be guilty about? Why should we be guilty about what? I mean, we are, first of all, there never should be a guilt. Just because somebody crying doesn't mean that we should be guilty. Well, that may be their emotional state. But of course, we look at, did we use accusations? I mean, am I moving towards more objectively having conversation, or I'm bringing up a lot of past in many ways and accusing, and say, hey, we spoke. If you felt your words are not right choice, improve them for later time, have a different expression that it. But just because somebody is crying, we should not be going to guilt mode because of us they're crying. Okay, that may be their weakness. Okay, it's very common. At workplace, it happens, right? When you question, and then people just first thing they do is to just lose out and then cry a lot of times. Okay, it's part of that poor me. They may be having a control drama in many ways. They don't even know. The control drama is to cry and say, oh, no, something is happening to me in my family situation. They'll go about bringing the problems in a way that you feel, oh, okay, so I got to let them go. It could be that. It could be that they're just emotionally not that strong, but it's okay. I mean, that's what they are. But you have to be true to yourself to say, hey, I gave the full space to that person. I gave the rope to the extent possible. And that's what we do. Give the maximum rope to the extent possible. Maximum rope. And then there'll be a time where you say there's no longer that is possible. It's going to break. And so then you say, guys, let's just find something else for you. And help them in that process. In the transition, don't leave them. Help them.
Right. I got that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vanita ma'am. Thank you. Hello. So we are top of the hour. Like, shall we go ahead?
Yeah. Just quickly the things. Since let's take these three. Let me try to be
Sure.
brief enough.
Saswati ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank the CEO team for this program. And honestly, I would say I have become a fan of Chandra sir actually. He's really amazing the way he explains things. I mean, I'm really very much impressed by this team, and I'm sure a lot of people will feel jealous that we are a fan of Chandra sir now. Yes. Let me tell you my
We are a fan of you too. Yes.
So let me tell you my experience. When I started with this meditation, I have already told previously also, I was very impatient. Even now, a little bit I am, but I have really improved within this 3-4 weeks of meditation. And I was not getting proper sleep. Always you have something or the other in the mind that I have to work tomorrow, I have to do this tomorrow. But after doing this meditation, really I'm getting good sleep. And before sleeping, I do just 10-15 minutes. I just close my eyes and I just do meditation, and then I feel good. So I get a better sleep. And recently, in the manifestation week, I was just thinking, is this really going to work? Just a small incident I would like to say, reveal here. I had a problem near my teeth, actually, in the upper teeth. I don't know, there's some kind of pain which was just going here and there. In the same week, I had it actually. And I started saying myself, oh no, please, again, I don't want to go to doctor. I don't want to do anything. Even if it's a minor thing, I just don't want anyone to touch and do anything. Because considering my past, and let me just tell you, I mean, in my past also, I had a pituitary tumor surgery in 2019. Okay, so if anything happens with relation to my head or till my face, always I used to relate, oh, please, I don't want anything to happen in my brain again, because I've gone through a lot of things, and now I just want to be free of any health issues. So when I got this toothache, so it was just radiating everywhere. I went to doctor. He suggested me, the dentist suggested me a lot of scans, CT scans, a lot of things. And then I thought, okay, let me go to another doctor for a second opinion. When I went to another hospital, the doctor said, okay, nothing has happened to you. You just don't do anything and just go back home. So I was so happy. I just thought, okay, is it really working manifestation? I never thought that it works. I mean, it was such unbelievable. I really don't know how it works. So that is one small incident which I'm saying. And even one more incident, what happened one day in the same week. I don't know how it happened, just a coincidence, the same week. Okay, I wanted to meet some of my relatives over here. So no one was just taking initiative to come and meet because they were busy, we are busy in our work. I was just thinking how to make ourselves, or how to meet them. My husband was in the opinion, okay, let us not meet today. But somehow I manifested and it worked out. And when I called them, they were free and they said, okay, let us meet today. So these are the two incidents which happened, and I was so happy. And I want to do this kind of things again and again. But I have a question. If I want, I want to manifest for someone else, for example, for A and B, I want their relations to improve. I want a good rapport built between these two people because something is not working between them. So is it going to work for them, or it is only for me which will work?
It'll work for you, it'll work for them as long as they're in agreement with you.
Okay.
That have been
So do I
agreement.
need to tell them that
They
I'm
also,
doing this?
they also wish for them that is important for them, and so they also wish not against it, but for it. Okay?
Okay.
It's like a group coming together. 3 business leaders, 3 founders come together, want to collectively wish for common stuff, then that'll work, right? If 3 of them think 3 different ways, it's not going to work. The startup is going to collapse. Same thing with the family, collaboration. Okay.
So that means that they should know that I'm doing this for them.
Yeah, if we were doing for them, well, they don't need to know, as long as you know that they don't negate it.
Okay.
You know that they are in line with it. They express that this is of interest to them. It's just that they're not able to get to it. Now they have their priorities out there. And so you know that they're not against it. And so then they're not going to be dreaming about things that are against it. So they're canceling your visualization or your intention. Right? So that is going to happen. But the thing, from your perspective, you want to ask yourself is, why are you doing somebody else's homework? Why are you doing somebody else's homework? It is there for them, it is they need to create it. If they ask for your help, you do it. Don't do otherwise. Don't do
Because I have some people who are near and dear ones.
Near and dear, everybody in the whole world must become near and dear, madam, for us.
Yeah.
Then you've got to wish for everybody because you are the whole. Come to that understanding. We got to see that near and dear is a challenge that we continue to have and say, where did it come from? Is it only this birth is there? What was their state before the birth? I mean, was they there with you or there somewhere else? Somebody else was there with you? What about them then? You know, we see flesh and blood, we want to extend it onto them. So the point is, it's this. Because it's near and dear, we tend to do things unasked. And so we're interfering in their experience. We're interfering. There's a consequence to it.
Okay.
There's a consequence because we stop their learning.
Okay.
You see, it's easily, I mean, I'll tell you, we were there with my children in London and he's completing his program. I needed to be there and I wanted to give that moral support. So I went there, I went with him. It's not that I can't do his assignments, I can. And then by doing his assignment, it'll save me some time, extra time.
Okay.
But I've been there, I said, I'm going to sit with you there. Then next to him, I'm doing some work, my work, but then it's just moral support. Moral support. Okay, I just felt my energy around can help bring some focus on being there.
And also one more thing. See, as I said long back, I had a tumor surgery, and of course I am better now. And every year I go for an MRI just to check as suggested by the doctor. You know, sometimes whatever happens within this, I relate to that. I know that should not happen. We should always affirm to be healthy. But how do I distract myself from that? Because some of the other thing I get, and I just relate to that, and I hope it's not there. I hope I am fine. So how do I
understand more, demystify, they basically get stronger with mind to matter, that your body also can heal. The biology of belief is a great starting point. Listen to Bruce Lipton talks. You Are the Placebo book, you must read 10 times. And so you get the concept ingrained so much that any kind of health issue can be healed and solved through by visualization, through by strong in the thought. The more you know that your body responds to emotion, and so the less you worried about things coming in, because that deep belief is there, but it's based on a past experience. It has to go away. It has to go away. Okay. And, so some of these will help you to cross over. It's a gatham gataha, so get through it. You're done. You no longer have this negative thought that will happen when you know strongly that the body heals. And so you're good, it's gone.
Maybe, sir, maybe because I have that, I'm just saying what I feel. Maybe I have that because every year I have been suggested at least for 5-6 years I have to do MRI every year. Maybe that thought like, I need to go to do MRI. That thought always is there. So maybe that's making me sometimes worried.
It will. Any of times we do tests. I say you do tests when your body doesn't feel right, not because there is this regularity. There's nothing. The whole schedule has to go away to sense the body.
Okay.
I say it. Yeah. I'm not giving medical advice, but this is how it should be. We all need to move towards sensitive to the body. If I'm feeling energetic, happy, healthy, joyful, and I'm doing all the right stuff, no non-vegetarian, key, non-vegetarian, then meat is a problem.
No, I'm a vegetarian.
Okay, so then great. Wonderful. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shashwati ma'am. Thank you. Raghav sir, can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible. Please start with where you are calling from and what you do. Yes.
Namaste, sir. Namaste to all leaders and the participants. I'm Raghav. I'm from Hyderabad. I work for Infosys. So yeah, like I've been with this program since the start of April 24th. So like coming to my experience, yeah, like I can say that I have improved maybe 32-35% of my, whatever improvement I have been seeing or whatever manifestation I've been thinking of. So my question to Chandra sir is that like, sir, for the first process in the heart elevation process, sometimes I'm not able to, correlate to my past experience where I'm feeling low, compassionate and all those things. But can I relate that heart elevation process to my affirmations? This is my first question. Like, because sometimes I'm not able to recollect like the past experiences. So based on whatever affirmations I'm having, like, so can I think about that affirmations in the heart elevation process?
Yeah, you can. I mean, it's all about moving into heart emotion, right? So first having that slow, long breath is sort of bringing that from a negativity to a neutral emotion. Just connecting and then taking the slow, long, relaxing breath. 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. Slow, long. And it's sort of, when you become aware of it, then you're already changing it. Okay, putting your attention on it and then become aware of it. And so that slow, long breath, you're bringing it into an order, right? That breath may be, if you're low emotion, it may be a little erratic. So you bring it in order right there. And then to sustain it, to increase the coherency, then you're trying to bring a positive emotion. Okay. So yes, you can visualize the future, bring up the future experience. That's why I said from your past, present, or from a mind movie of your future. You can bring up something where you feel like real good, right? So bring it up. That's fine.
Okay, sir. Yeah, I got it, sir. And one more question is that, like whatever benefit I'm receiving, maybe 20-30%, and on and off, I'm not able to feel that emptiness. So to improve myself, like as suggested by you, so like I started reading books. You are the placebo. So once I keep on reading these books and continuing the meditations, so that gradual improvement will be there. So like just I'm confused, like when I can go to that perfect emptiness or like that blissfulness in the meditation.
Okay, I'll answer this question a lot more elaborately sometime, but just let's hold that. Yes, by default, more meditation. It's like more practice. How do you become Sachin Tendulkar? What did he do? 10 hours of practice, 12 hours of practice, so much, right? It's all that. The short answer is practice. 4 things: reading books, talking to people, meditation, service. All 4.
Okay.
You accelerate your practice, to strengthen your practice much more deeply with service. 2. Right? These 3 things, but service, you strengthen your practice much more faster. Okay?
Got it, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Let's take Lakshmi, madam.
Good morning, Chandra sir. First of all, thank you.
We are on mute, I think.
I was traveling in the bus and I couldn't switch on my video or anything. But I have, first of all, I'm going to practice that bubbling, bursting the bubble. It's a beautiful one. But then there's one more thing which is bothering me. Don't get mad at me for asking you this question. One thing is, what is bothering me is, how can people get away doing whatever wrong they have done? It need not be, it could be at a workplace, it could be on a personal front, whatever it may be. That one is bothering me. Now you have to help me. How do I get out of? Because what they do, I know it is their karma, they will get it, all that stuff. But I have to be peaceful. So
You
how
have to
do I have to be peaceful. See, if they did something wrong, yes, it is their karma. I understand that. My logical mind is understanding that. But my emotional mind is telling how dare they do that to me.
So meditate, madam. Meditate more, then you will understand what to do. When
Okay.
you meditate more, when you
Hmm.
connect more,
Hmm.
when you connect more, that they are consciousness, they came for their experience. You're conscious, you came for your experience. And so then you will allow them to be what to do. You will allow them to be while you are at every opportunity possible, you're moving them to the greatness by giving them that piece of wisdom as an advice or your meditation.
They don't listen. They don't listen.
They don't listen today. Every family member here who is attending today this program, in sooner or later, in less than 2 years, almost always, in most cases, they become meditators in their family. They start out with the same thing or in a group. And sometimes they don't listen. It's okay. Then they're going to go through around their experience, but they're going to come back to it.
It's
They're going
not
to
a
come back
family
to-
member.
I'm saying here colleagues and
Ah.
relatives. But almost everybody in a friend circle over a period of time, they become meditators some way or the other. If you wish to them for that strongly, by intending for them and then by constantly advising them or telling them where there's an opportunity for you, right? If you do it adequate times, we conclude too soon that they don't listen. And so then if they don't listen, you concluded and it's okay. So they'll stay that way, at least through you, but then they'll probably get it somewhere else. Okay. It doesn't matter. The point is we will develop that thing that who am I to correct somebody? Who are we to correct somebody?
I'm not correcting somebody. I'm angry with the wrong done to me. That's all. And the best part is this guy is a Zen meditator.
It doesn't matter. There's only an evolutionary path. Meditation doesn't mean that we become the godlike next day, right? You know, it's a journey. It can take multiple lifetimes. It only means that we're getting better from yesterday to today, right? That's the whole thing. A little better. And so the thing I'm saying is we have to develop completeness within ourselves. That my happiness is with me because I'm complete. So that's what we develop. Okay. And intellectually understand it first step, and then so slowly it will come into a practice. The more we practice, more we understand ourselves. Your happiness is with you, not with others.
Because I am
Just because
more
somebody's action triggers you, your happiness, that means you have given your key to them. You don't want that, you know that. And so how do you gain it back? Gain back by more meditation, more greater understanding.
Because I know anger will destroy me, not them. So that's why I'm really trying to focus. I'm really trying to get away. I mean, if today it will be A, tomorrow it will be B, tomorrow day after it will be C. I don't care who it is. But this thought, how can people get away? That one is bothering me, and I want to get out of that feeling also.
Let go, man. You have to let go of that thought that I am here to. That need is coming because you feel that somebody must be perfect the way you are. Okay, that's why that need is coming from that understanding that everybody has to be the way you are. There's a reflection. If you let go of perfections, let imperfections to happen from your perspective, they will change. I mean, that situation will go away for you, number one. They will still be what they are, but the situation will go away for you. There may be some too much perfection happening inside you. So look at and say what reflection you can have. Allow imperfection to happen at workplace, at your families. Okay.
I'm planning.
Yeah, more meditation.
I'm planning to join your June online manifestation course. I'm manifesting with myself.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that could help actually. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. You've already come a long way, madam. We all have come a long way in our journeys. And let's continue to get better. Okay?
Sure.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Rathnavale. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful session and meditation and lot of question and answers sharing, and that gives us a great understanding and increases our wisdom more and more. And thank you so much. And we could able to get that how the emotional intelligence increased by how the meditation really helps to increase our emotional quotient and intelligence. Thank you so much for enlightening us. And dear friends and masters, we will connect back tomorrow same time with a business leaders talk and an experience. Please tune in and do more meditation and more reading. Thank you. Have a great day, great evening.
I choose no more shame. I choose to live in love. I am light, I am grace. I choose no more fear. I choose no more shame. I choose to live